Welcome to my room in Los Angeles, California. Wow. It is quite messy right now, and it's not in the best shape I could have presented it to you in, so I'm gonna bring you guys around and clean my room while I'm doing it. I lied. I don't really want to show all the footage of me cleaning because, like, there's a bunch of bloopers, and I don't know. Do you really want to see me clean a toilet? Instead, I'm just gonna raw dog it again. This is how I make the most out of my room in Los Angeles, and I pay around $863 a month. So when you enter, there's like kind of a weird wall, and then it goes into the room. So it's around 10.5 feet long and 8.5 feet wide, but it's pretty cozy. Now the things that take the most space in this room are obviously my computer desk and my full-size bed. I managed to squeeze this like IKEA bookshelf into this little crevice here, and this is where I store everything from my mice. I like to read a lot, so I have some self-help books and books about storytelling. Here, of course, is my YouTube play button for my secret identity. Whoa! And it's kind of like my little vanity table. I managed to shove a lot of the things that I'm not using into this like little area. And unfortunately, this is broken. On the flip side, we have this wall behind me. You can see some lights and posters. I used to keep like glass mouse pads here, but I realized I'm not really utilizing all of the storage that this room is giving me because it's so tall, right? Like, look how high I can put you guys. Like, hello. The window also provides a lot of natural lighting. I'm located near like the garage/ground floor, so I don't see the sun as much, but there's around like 4 p.m. and my room is pretty well lit. Outside my room, I have like a little closet my roommates didn't want, so I kind of just put all my clothes here, and that's pretty much how I make it work. Usually when you think LA, you think exorbitant rent prices and unaffordable lifestyles. So how did this room even happen? Before this, I was in New York City, and I was at odds with my career choices. I had just taken 2 gap years to try and make it big into the content space because I wasn't really feeling interested in college. I didn't know what I wanted to learn. And even though I put in a lot of hours, I wasn't able to really turn it into a job that could pay me well long term. So living in my mom's basement at 20 years old, I thought the best possible thing I could do was go back to college. I had already signed up and everything. But then my friend Ed sent me a DM. Ed lived in a house with 6 other people, and one of them was moving out. With the new vacancy in his house, he was looking for someone to potentially fill in. He had always known how much I cared for making content, and it's a no-brainer for anyone passionate in content to move to LA. You know, offline TV lives here, Hollywood and traditional film is here. Even a lot of esports orgs are located in Los Angeles. So given that opportunity, it was no-brainer for me to move to LA, right? Well, I had like $2K in my bank account. So Ed made me a proposal. He said, hey, would you be willing to work as a content strategist? And in exchange, I'll pay your rent. And honestly, that sold it for me. It was basically my final shot at content creation. And between that and going to school for something I didn't even know I liked, the choice was clear. In the beginning, I didn't really have that much going for me, and I wasn't really making any money, but I took every opportunity to learn and get more experience. I took odd jobs, I met more people, and I went to new places. Even places where I felt I didn't really belong.
My favorite singer without a dubious question is fucking Asmongold, baby! What the fuck? I love my parents, don't you forget to Twitch Prime sub for a long fucking life, baby! Make some fucking noise!
Slowly though, the LA effect started to open more opportunities for me. I found a job as a full-time strategist. I took a chance on a game that no one ever heard of, so they flew me out and I traveled out of America for the first time. A viewer made a flag of me.
What the fuck?
I went to my first concert, and then I got laid off. My position got eliminated at my workplace, the game wasn't as big as it wanted to be, and things eventually slowed down. Thanks to my full-time job though, it's given me financial security to figure out what I want to do in LA. Not having a car here is tough, but I'm taking things slowly and trying new things again, like starting up this IRL channel, or, finally learning how to cook. There's a book that I read called The Defining Decade by Meg Jay. Some ideas in the book are a little controversial, but something I've fully subscribed to is the concept of identity capital. It's a fancy way of referring to your metaphorical currency that forms from your accumulated skills, talents, and experiences. That is such a word bomb. That is such a mouthful of... It's stuff that makes you you, right? Let me give you an example from my life. So the year that I moved to LA, I added a lot of things to my resume. Being a content strategist for a creator and a company, doing post-production supervision, being the ambassador of a video game. But it's not just the professional stuff you do too, it's stuff you learn personally about yourself. I learned that I didn't really like parties, but I really enjoyed talking to people. And all of that stuff comes together to make your identity capital. Not everything you do will work out like you wanted it to. In my case, Ed and I didn't really see eye to eye in certain aspects of work, so we stopped working together. But the amount of experience and cool people I've met just from going into things that I didn't even know I was qualified for gave me a lot more confidence and really built on my identity as a person. Look, I'm not okay, whoa, I'm stimming. I'm not trying to be like a self-help type of guy right now, right? But I'm telling you, if you're nearing your 20s or in your 20s, do things that build your identity capital. So yeah, take a chance for yourself. I pay a premium to live here because of all the novel experiences that it gives me. No matter where you are, Iowa, Philippines, Jakarta, like throw yourself at new experiences. Or maybe don't. Maybe that's not what you're after. But if you're looking to do something bigger than yourself, that's the optimal way to do it. All right. Hati Yamta. Yo, I am such a bad speaker. Help!